Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Militado ML04. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing this Rolls Teamy 7910, and Grego is wearing my GSD 711 Naughty List. Grego said that Figure and Dan and the Modal Nose are upset. They released a new hit song called Darth Maul Went Down to Naboo. It's about how Darth Maul bets Obi-Wan a lightsaber of gold that he can fight better than him. But the local radio station won't play it unless they replace the part where Obi-Wan calls Maul a son of a Wookiee with the more radio-friendly son of a Bantha. I said, artistic integrity? He said no. The Wookiee Union pays them 100 credits every time Wookiee is said on the radio. All right. Let's get this watch open. This is the first Militado I've had that came in this case. The other two came in those black hard plastic cases that all the Addies dives come in. So, but anyway, here's the watch. And one thing I wanted to show you too is look at that. The warranty card, at least the date's filled out. So I guess this is as close enough to being signed as you can get. But here's the watch. It's a nice looking watch. I really like it. I'm very happy with it. Really enjoyed wearing it. This is the third Militado on my channel. My review of the Militado ML05 has been quite popular and my second highest content of the last 28 days. Militado reached out to me and wanted to know if I wanted a 50% off code in exchange for another review. Since I was intending on reviewing more Militados anyway, it made perfect sense to say yes with the caveat that was an actual review and not a promotion, and I was not obligated to give the watch a positive review. Militado agreed, so I picked out this $90 ML04, which I was able to purchase for $45 through the Militado website, which is why I clicked the paid promotion box, as that is a discount beyond typical promotion. But with all things, there is a catch. This was all done through the Militado website and not the AliExpress store or Watch Dives. Most of my AliExpress purchases provide free or minimal shipping costs. This Militado website's only option was Federal Express, costing a whopping $15. There was no cheaper, slower option. So this $90 watch cost me $60. This is a direct homage to the IWC Pilot's Chronograph. Of course, a IWC Pilot's Chronograph is based off of a Flieger Type A, so it's not bursting with originality. I chose the black dial with teal hands and markers. There's also a black case version. There's also a blue dial and a gold tone case with the green dial. If you don't like the leather, there are also rubber strap options. The watch is 37.4 millimeters if you measure at the bezel, 38.5 millimeters if you measure at the case. It's 47 millimeters lug to lug. It's 12.1 millimeters thick. Has a 20 millimeter lug width and it tapers down to 18 at the buckle. And it weighs 63 grams on the supplied leather strap. We have a smooth polished bezel, which makes kind of a nice contrast with the brushed case. And then we have the dial. The dial is a flat black with no sunburst effect, but there is a sunburst effect on the subdials. And then we have the minute markers, and if you can see there on the chapter ring there, we have minute counters except for where the batons are. And then we have numeral indices except for the batons at the 6, 9, and 3. Then we have your typical Flieger Type A triangle at the 12, but we don't have those little dots next to it like most Fliegers. Oh, we do have the little dots. Sorry, they were hard to see because they're way up top. And then we have the hands. We have leaf hands, and they're rather big. And they're really very well loomed. And then on the right here, we have that government issue symbol that makes it seem like it's a military watch. And there's no Militado branding on this watch at all. And then we have the day and date, which is a direct homage to the IWC, which has a day and the date. And then we have the subdials. Let me get this minute hand out of the way so you can see it a little bit better. On the bottom, we have the running second hand. And on the left, we have the chronograph hour counter. On the top, we have the chronograph minute counter. Then the chronograph is a large second, but it only ticks once a second. And there are no sub-seconds. So once a second is the best you can do. And this is not a mecha quartz, so you, instead of an instant snapback, you have a fast rewind. Then if you notice too, the second hand is slightly off center, it's misaligned, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can set the home position of the second hand, but you can only do it in second intervals. So that's good for making sure it points up, but it's not good for making sure it points up 100%. So there's nothing you can do about this other than pull the hand and reset it, and I'm not about to do that. It's not horribly misaligned, just a little bit, just enough to notice. In fact, one of my viewers noticed it during the unboxing. So if you can notice it during one of my unboxings, you'll notice it. Then we have a unsigned screw down crown. You get 100 meters of water resistance from this screw down crown. The thread action's fine. You don't feel a lot of resistance and it pops nicely. Then when you go to thread it back down, it catches right away. No problems there. The pushers are not screw down. Don't push them when you're in the water. Then we have the crystal. The crystal is a flat and it is sapphire. I tested it just to be sure. And I don't know if there's AR coating or not, but it doesn't seem to be too bad in reflecting. And then we have the case. The case is very nice. It's brushed on the sides and the tops, but it has this polished chamfered edge. And it's brushed on the bottoms. So I think they did a good job with the case. The lugs slope down enough so it wears nice and flat. It's a good looking watch. And then we have the case back. The case back is a coin edge and it's a screw down and there's absolutely no writing on it. And I forgot to check to see what size of a tool you'll need to open it. Let me do that real quick. Okay, as you can see, a 29.5 millimeter tool is what you need to open it. And I've never tried to use that one of them balls on this one. Underneath the case back is the OS00 chronograph movement. This is a quartz chronograph that ticks once a second. This is not a mecha quartz. And I'm sure the reason they use this is because it has a day-date complication. And the IWC that this is homaging has a day-date. They could have used the Seiko VK67, which would have fit the pattern of the chronograph there, the subdials, but it would not have had a day. So they would have lost the day. Well, they would have lost the day of the week, but they would have been able to keep the day of the month. Personally, I wish they would have used the VK67 and ditched the day of the week. I don't need a day of the week. And yes, it wouldn't look as much like the IWC that way, but close enough. Then we have the strap. The strap is really nice leather. It's thick, it's sturdy, has really good stitching. It just feels quality. So I really like the strap. And it does have quick release. Then you have two keepers, one fixed, one floating. And then you have the buckle. The buckle is kind of a disappointment. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's fine, it works. It's just not a great buckle. It's just a average buckle. But personally, if I was to keep this watch, I would put it on a deployant clasp anyway. And so I would ditch this buckle anyway. And you'll need an 18 millimeter deployant clasp. A deployant clasp just makes it so much easier to put on and off. Plus, it just saves the strap because you're not always folding it over to get it in the keeper. Here's the watch and my 7.5-inch wrist. It looks nice. It wears nice. I have three notches left going in and out. Of course, going in, you could always cut another notch. Going out, you might be able to cut one more, but 8 1/4 going in, maybe 6 1/2. 8 1/4 going out, then maybe 6 1/2 going in. But this is a 20 millimeter lug width with quick release, so if this strap doesn't fit you, it's easy enough to get another one. And if you don't think this leather strap's going to fit you, you might want to go with the rubber. Here's the watch on my Vario Italian leather strap. I think that looks nice too. Here is the watch on a black rally strap. So it looks good on black also. And here's the watch on a lighter colored leather strap. This is a lot lighter than the strap that it comes with. So that looks a little bit more like what a pilot would wear. Here we are in the Lume room. Everything in this watch is loomed except for the large second chronograph hand, so I'm not going to bother turning it on. As we speed up the time, we see a really good blue glow of BGW9. The indices are the weakest thing on the watch, with the numerals being the first to fade, followed by the batons. Then the subdial hands will be the next, but look at the minute and hour hand. They are still glowing nicely, and since they are the most important, I'm going to rate this as excellent Lume. What do I like about this watch? Well, it looks and wears nice. It's a large second chronograph with a small running second hand. And it has a really nice quality leather strap. What are my gripes and groans? The chronograph hand is slightly misaligned and there's no way to set it without pulling the hand. No sub-seconds. And only shipping available through the Militado website was $15. And I really wish they would have put a VK67 on this and just the day of the week. Do I recommend this watch? Yes. If you're looking for a Flieger style chronograph, then this one is quite nice. It has awesome looks and a really nice leather strap. I just wish it had the VK67, as I prefer the Mecha Quartz for my chronographs in this price range. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Militado ML04, and I will be back with another review or unboxing. Actually, I got an unboxing to do for you. I got one watch from AliExpress and won't get another one for a while, so I might just unbox that one. I usually wait for at least 2, but this one is just so unique and different, I might do it anyway. If you like this watch, I'll leave you 3 links. I'll leave you a link to the Militado website where I bought it from. I'll leave you a link to Watch Dives, which also sells it, and I'll leave you an affiliate link from AliExpress. So if you use the AliExpress one, I will get a small commission, but the other 2, buy it wherever you want. I mean, the commission is nice when I get it, but don't ever get something to get me a commission if you think you can get it better somewhere else. Bye.